Well, hi there, Vern here. I wanted to do a short, low-tech video in my favorite coaching chair just to give you a bit of a feel for what our Finding Traction groups are like. I know there's nervousness there. You may have never been in a recovery group, or perhaps you have been. But sometimes I think there's a number of questions that people have that really perhaps could, if I answer them, may allay some of the fears that you have of getting in a group with a bunch of other guys. Let me just say, if you are willing to take that step, I believe it can be a real crossroads in your life. It takes courage. It takes courage to walk out of the light. Let's try that again. It takes courage to walk out of the darkness into the light and have a connected life with other guys that are seeking also to break free from porn. See, here's what I've seen happen. Guys go and start with having a shared struggle, but over time, and this is exciting, they begin to develop a shared hope for what their lives could look like. So let me tell you a little bit about the course and a little bit about what the groups look like and feel like. First of all, the backbone of the group is really the Finding Traction course material. 52 weeks over 4 quarters. Now, each quarter we cycle through 3 different topics. The first topic is that of awareness, where we just give people some information to give them some tools to understand what's going on with their struggle. But then we also deal, in the second section, we deal with connection issues. By and large, many of our struggles are about disconnection, and we help guys develop tools around connecting perhaps with other people, with friends, with their wives in a better way. We help them with connection type activities. And the third one is we also look at healing activities, healing topics. Why were we so predisposed to have porn embed itself in our lives? Many of you from a very early age. Many guys talk about, the ages of 10 to 12, for example. So that is the first idea. The material provides some structure. It doesn't change our lives, but it gives us a focus. It actually helps us to know where we're going. And I guess for a lot of guys, we like to know that we're progressing. So that is some idea around what we talk about. The second thing is very simply, our groups meet for 1 hour. We start on time and we end on time. I know you have a variety of commitments. Many of you have young kids. Many of you are fitting this into a busy schedule. So we are very religious, so to speak, about sticking to that 1 hour. Before that hour, what we ask you to do is to watch the video. Now, the videos are less than 20 minutes. So although it requires a commitment, it's not a huge commitment. We ask you to watch the videos, and then we ask you to apply it by doing a short worksheet. So you come to group ready to connect with guys, ready to unpackage how the material impacted you, and also be willing to hear from other guys about their journey as well. Now, let's talk a little bit about best practices. Best practices is important because I've been in some groups that I think are toxic. I've been in some unhealthy groups. And if I was going to get into a group, I would want to know, tell me the principles that guide your group. I want to know that it's a safe group. I want to know how you do things. Again, I'm the kind of guy that asks lots of questions. Maybe you're that kind of guy. Maybe you're more trusting than me. But I want to give you 10 best practices that whether I'm leading the group or anybody's leading a group under me, they are committed to these best practices. Here we go. Number 1, we believe that only by God's strength and the support of other men can we walk in lasting freedom. That's the first one. Number 2, we believe in holistic recovery that includes physical, spiritual, and relational dynamics. It's not one size fits all. It's not one simple solution. All you have to do is this. It's a holistic, multifaceted approach. Number 3, we believe that healing and recovery we learn it and we grow in it from learning to tell the truth. If you are unwilling to practice rigorous honesty and rigorous humility, it will hold you back from keeping and finding true recovery. And number 4, we give the opportunity for everyone to share each week. We will limit the time each man shares so that one person doesn't dominate. Number 5, we're not here to argue or debate. Disagreements with each other or the material or politics or sports or theology, none of that matters. We have a shared goal around recovery. It's hard to work with Eagles fans, but I've even pushed past that. So there we go. Number 6, we do not want to give anyone new ideas for acting out. Therefore, we will avoid sharing details of a provocative or tempting nature. 7, and this one is really important. We will guard the confidentiality of men coming to the group. The platform we meet on is confidential. When I say confidential, it means not including people's names or even what they share. Now 8, we are here to lend hope, not shame to one another. We will respect people's choices for the steps they wish to be held accountable for. So accountability is always centered on the person asking for it. Number 9, we are here to support each other, but each one of us is responsible for our own recovery. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, we are not just concerned about stopping certain behaviors. Our real goal is to become men who are freed up to pursue the passion, goals, and relationships we've always longed for. Those are the 10 best practices that guide us in our group. Okay, so let's talk about the group components. What happens in that 1 hour when we are connected? Well, first of all, we start with a check-in. Each guy gets 3 minutes, and we do what we call a FASCO check-in. We'll go over that in a minute, what that check-in is, but you walk through a variety of areas. FASCO, F-A-S-C-O, all right? Second thing is there's a group discussion. And in the group discussion, again, we've come prepared to the group, and we're really willing to share with the other guys how the material has impacted us, how we've learned or grown, or how we're wrestling with the material. Occasionally, guys might ask questions, but we're not here to give other guys answers for questions they're not asking, right? We're not here to teach anybody else. We're here to help people in self-discovery and learn from one another. That's important. Number 3. Now, this actually goes on outside the group. Group members are strongly encouraged to stay connected beyond just that 1 hour. It's our connections that will prove crucial to our recovery. For that reason, when you join the group, you will get instructions on a safe format where you can confidentially remain connected with guys throughout the week. All right, let's talk for a second about what those check-ins are like. 3 minutes. What can I do in 3 minutes? Well, first of all, F is for feelings. You're going to talk about what you've been feeling this week, because your feelings are often a window on the reasons you've run to porn to medicate for. So learning your feelings, identifying them is a crucial part, and often a really important part for guys to learn. F is for feelings. You might see some things on here as well. Number 2, A is for active commitments. By the way, on your free resources on this Circle website, you'll also see ideas of how you can both explore your feelings and how you can walk through active commitments, different areas of your life which are important to backfill your recovery. So A is for active commitments. S is for sobriety. Sobriety stands for how, honestly, where were you at in your recovery this week? Did you fall off the wagon? Were you firmly on board? Were you edging? Were you wobbly? All of those things. And we have a format that we do that. We call it red, orange, and green. And you'll get more information on that. You may see that below as well. That's sobriety. So feelings, active commitments, sobriety. And then we look ahead and talk about what are the challenges and opportunities that I need to deal with but grow through as I become stronger in my recovery. And we do that all in 3 minutes, each guy. All right, so then we go on, of course, and we talk about the material, and then we learn to help, support, and encourage each other as we walk through this. Okay, so let me just say this. We are excited about the possibility of you joining this group. I'm excited to see and experience the changes that will happen to you as you walk through the material with us. Again, the material is not magical. It's the relationship. It's God's Spirit in them. It's us working together. And as they say in the old AA saying, we can do what I can't. So you'll also see, perhaps below, you might see an information sheet which gives you more details regarding the specifics of when the groups are, how much they are, and all of those. If you have any questions, once again, I'd love you to reach out to me. My email is bandofbrothers.care@gmail.com.